FlossTube.
Hello, FlossTube.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching, episode 206. Dang it, it's 206.
Well,
I didn't read the
notes.
notes.
We're going to keep going forward here.
Yes, you know.
And I don't know why I said stitching.
I don't know why you did either, but
just
that messed me up. So let's blame Pam.
Yeah, let's blame Pam.
This is episode 206.
206. Welcome back, everybody.
Okay. 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 177 plus 23 because math.
Good Lord.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Welcome to our channel.
Yes, and this is not going to be a typical agenda-driven episode.
Right. Because
as most of you know, who are regulars, and if you are new, you're going to get thrown for a loop at first.
Uh-oh.
But we'll get back on track eventually.
Don't worry.
So do you want to give them kind of a thumbnail of what we're going to do in this video?
I would love to, Pam.
Okay.
So, for those of you who do not know, Pam and I are on the team that puts together a little retreat called StitchCon. If you are on social media or watching FlossTube regularly at all within the last 2 weeks, you probably have seen a lot of posts about StitchCon. And we have been on the team that puts the event on since its inception in 2018. And we are very proud and honored and lucky to be on the team that brings it to you. So that's what this video is going to be about. It is going to be all about our StitchCon 2021 experience, both weekends. And we're going to kind of take you through what both of the weekends look like. So because we were on the team, because we help run the thing, we were at both weekends. There were 2 weekends of StitchCon this year. This is the first year that we've had 2 back-to-back weekends. Mm-hmm. And so we think that we offer a unique perspective considering, we put it on and we were at both weekends. Right. And so we want to share that with you all. And
we have a lot to say.
Yes, we have a lot to say.
And so there's going to be this video, and then
tomorrow,
the next day after this one goes live,
yes,
there will be even more StitchCon because of the incredible generosity and kindness toward Stephanie and I at both StitchCon weekends.
Yes.
So there's a lot involved. I want to also state categorically that we have not taken the time to watch the other StitchCon recap videos that other FlossTubers have already posted. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe, our perspective can be unbiased by what anybody else as an attendee might say.
Yes.
So as organizers, co-organizers of this event, this is going to be our perspective.
Yeah.
However,
we do recommend that if you want to learn more about StitchCon, want to hear about what it's like from an attendee perspective, we do strongly recommend that you check out any of the wealth of StitchCon recap videos that have already been uploaded on FlossTube.
There have been at least half a dozen.
And I'm sure will continue to be uploaded.
And all you need to do is go on YouTube and put in StitchCon 2021 and FlossTube. And those will all just pop up. We're also going to create a playlist.
I've already created it.
Oh, it's already created. Okay.
So if you go to our channel on the YouTube page, there is like a playlist button. Right. And you can click on it. And we did this in 2019. And people seem to really be glad that they were all in one place. Right. And so because I am me, I have organized the StitchCon 2021 recap videos in order of their attendance. So the weekend A ones are first, then the weekend B ones, and they're in order alphabetically.
Of course you did.
Because I can't help myself.
Now, in addition to what we're going to tell you about StitchCon, we're going to start off this week with a couple of very important promotions because these folks want to get their product out there and we want to help them.
Yes, we do.
And of course, we're going to start
with
our lovely promotions sound effect.
Yes.
Which you just heard.
You're welcome.
All right. And the twins, our girls at Twin Peak Primitives,
yes,
have been chomping at the bit, haven't you, girls?
They have been.
To release their brand new chart. And we're going to
tell them what it's called first.
Tell you what it's called. It's called Black Halloween Series.
Oh, spooky, spooky.
It's one chart, and it has 3 adorable designs. And we are excited about these 3 designs. We want to allow the twins to get this out on their Etsy and their website. And
we want you to get it.
And we want everybody to start stitching Halloween.
Yes.
So we'll show you the picture here first.
Here.
And then we're going to tell you how it all works for our weekly promotional. So this will go from Wednesday to Wednesday at the special price.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Is that what?
I just was wondering, since we're not going to make another video on a Wednesday.
Oh. So. We did not consult with our friends in the Netherlands. Because all the days have spun together.
Run together. It's one big day.
Maybe we'll do it till Sunday for sure.
Yes.
And if it is extended beyond that, the twins will let us know. Won't you, girls?
Yes, they will.
And then we'll
let you
proceed.
Know. Okay.
So this is going to be a real quick new release promo, and it works thusly.
Oh. Okay, it works thusly. This is a proper word. Okay, so every week we work with the amazing girls over at Twin Peak Primitives to bring you the pattern of the week. So what does that entail? It entails us or them picking a chart that they have created, old or new, in this case, brand spanking new, and then they make it 20% off for all of our amazing viewers. So if you like Black Halloween as much as we like Black Halloween,
because they're so cute,
yes, then what you got to do is, if you would like a PDF download of the chart, you can get that at the Twin Peak Primitives website or the Etsy shop, both of which are linked below. No code needed. It's already discounted. They usually put our faces on the picture, so you know that that is the pattern of the week. If you would rather have yourself a hard copy of the chart, totally fine by us, but there is only one place where you can get that hard copy of that chart, and that is Threads Entwined, which is a online needlework shop in Northern California.
Right.
Also, same deal applies. The shop is linked below. You do not need any sort of a discount code to get it discounted. It is already pre-discounted, so you could go there. So, my thought process is that it will at least be discounted until
Sunday.
So sorry. Until Sunday, which is, just in case they're watching this video later.
Right.
Until Sunday, the 27th.
Until the 27th.
Of June.
And if they want to extend it for another week, maybe give it a week and a half.
Yeah.
Promotion, the twins will let us know.
And
it'll be fine.
We'll revisit
but
regardless.
For sure, it'll be 20% off till Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
So and run over there and get that, would ya?
And then the other one that we want to talk about is if you caught our video between Weekend A and Weekend B of StitchCon, I talked about this design that was being stitched by our friend Danica.
Hi, Danica.
And it was George Washington Slept Here. And it was from Rhonda's Originals on Etsy. And in the course of everything else going on with us, the lovely Rhonda was informed that we talked about George, and also sent us the companion, and these are typically made into pillows, So
stand-up like situations.
Yeah, but you don't have to. So this is the two of them right here, George and Martha.
Just the cutest?
And also, she wanted to offer our viewers a little special deal on George and Martha. And she's made one of these custom items in her Etsy shop that say it's reserved. One for Martha, one for George, for our viewers. And it's going to run, this one I know she said, it's going to run till the end of the day next Wednesday, June 30th. Okay?
Okay.
So, just to let you know.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the images that are in our Etsy shop.
Right.
And so they're not reserved for Pam and I. They're reserved for all of
the viewers
of our viewers.
Right. And it's 25% off on the PDF. It's a PDF.
Yeah.
So 25% off. Okay. She's got the two listings, one for George, one for Martha. They're live now. They've been live since yesterday, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, since yesterday afternoon.
And so there's no discount code they need to put in then?
No.
Because they're already...
If you click on those items that say Miss Prim for Just Keep Stitching,
gotcha.
That's already been
done
repriced.
And done. Okay, great.
So we want you to know about those. To see Danica's at StitchCon A, I stopped in my tracks and I went, wait a minute. What is that you just walked by me with? So,
cool. Okay, awesome.
Rhonda's thrilled. It's Rhonda's Originals. Steph will put the link below.
Of course.
And you need to grab these because they're absolutely adorable. One says, Washington slept here underneath George's collar. And then Martha says, Martha slept here. And they are just as cute as can be. So,
that is dang cute.
Make sure that you run over and get those if that is your taste. It certainly is my taste.
And so that promotion will run through our regular...
Through the end of the day on June 30th.
Okay, so we'll mention it again in Sunday's video too,
we
just
can.
in case.
Yeah, we'll reiterate it. We'll leave everything right here on the table for Sunday. Isn't that marvelous?
That is just great.
Okay, so we wanted to get those products out to you to show you what is happening in terms of new things and exciting things.
Absolutely.
And now we're going to talk about overall our feelings about our StitchCon experience.
Yes.
Do you want to start?
Well, Pam, sure. Love to. So, it's like, where do I begin?
Yeah.
So,
well, this was the first year we done 2 back-to-back weekends.
Yes.
And the reason was that the wait list was extremely long.
Yes.
And we wanted to give as many people as possible
the opportunity
to attend.
Yes. And so, as we were looking forward to seeing how people felt about that and how we would feel after that and all of that kind of thing. And it was just awesome. I can't really say any other word other than it was just amazing.
Right.
It was 2 totally different vibes.
Yes. Not
good or bad or better or best or whatever.
They each had their own flavor.
It was like they were, because they were 2 separate retreats.
Right.
And, yes, we realized the obvious downfall is that if you go to B, you don't meet the people at A. And if you're at A, you don't meet the people at B.
Right.
That's just natural. That is because you can't be in 2 places at once and you can't go to both weekends.
Right.
And so that might be, in our opinion, the one downside to it.
The one negative.
But other than that, it was just incredible. The number of new people who'd never been to StitchCon before, then the number of people who had never been to any kind of a retreat ever before, ever.
Right.
And
was bowled us over. Just bowled us over.
Yes.
And we came up with this little idea.
We
talked
did.
about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we came up with this little idea, Stephanie and I, about people who have been to all 3. Of course, you had to skip 2020.
Right.
So we're talking 18, 19, and 2021.
Yes.
Right? And so given that we aren't too far from horse country here in Southern Ohio, I came up with, well, those people win the Triple Crown, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we bought some crown stickers, and we had them available. And at the beginning of each weekend, in the opening remarks, we asked people to indicate if this was their first StitchCon, if this was their second StitchCon, and how many have been to all three.
Yeah.
And it was so fun to see those who have been from the very beginning. And so then they came up and got a sticker from Steph and I to put on their name tag.
Yes.
Little gold crown.
Yes.
I think, too, one thing that I would say as an overall comment, given that we've all been through a pretty traumatic year and a half, there were a lot of people who were very hesitant and very anxious about attending StitchCon this year.
Right.
And I can say for a fact that everybody that I talked to at both weekends who had never been to a retreat, who had never been to StitchCon, who hadn't been anywhere in a very long time, that everybody was having a marvelous weekend, a wonderful time.
Yeah.
And I said to many, many people, I could not tell you that ahead of time, could I?
No.
I could not explain to you in rational terms
How
that
glorious it
everything
is.
was going to be great.
Right. And everything would be fine.
And they said, and you were absolutely right. I had to be here, and I had to sit at a
Experience it.
table with complete strangers and take it all in. And
Correct.
I heard more than one person say on both weekends, I am having the time of my life.
Yeah, for sure. And it means just that means a lot to us.
Right.
And I don't know. It's really great to be a part of something like that.
Right.
So for those of you who really have no idea, we'll talk about the format of the weekend.
Right.
So StitchCon is different than any other retreat that I know of, in that the theme of the retreat, is bringing FlossTubers and fans together. Now, it's not like a parade of FlossTubers. It's not like, we put them on any sort of a pedestal, or they are required to do anything extra because they're a FlossTuber. It's just bringing this FlossTube community that is so very much electronic and digital and virtual, and bringing it to life.
Right.
And
That's a good way to put it.
yes, and it's kind of like making it 3D all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So there are no classes, there are no, we don't have guest designers that are featured. We don't have some of these other things that you might hear about that happen at other retreats.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's
No.
this is just what we do at StitchCon. So first and foremost, there is the registration line. And so we call it the registration line, which we probably shouldn't call it that.
Check-in.
Check-in.
They've already registered.
Yeah, I was going to say they're already registered.
Check-in.
So check-in line. And so the stitching room opens at noon. So it's held at the Sharonville Convention Center. We've done that in 2019 after we grew from 2018. And it seems to work out pretty well for us. And so they come through the check-in line, and the first people that they get to see, lucky them, are Pam and I.
Right.
And so given that it's a FlossTubers and fans retreat, and that I think it's safe to say that the majority of people have either heard about it from us or have heard about it from Nicole, Buckeye Stitcher. And so you see either Pam or I, and then you go down and you see Nicole and other members of the team as well. And so you get your swag bags, which we're not going to go through swag bags because every StitchCon recap video I have ever watched ever from any of the previous years, the attendees will show you what they got in their swag bags. But I do want to make a special note.
Right.
So first and foremost, if you've never been part of an event planning, all of those little details someone has to do. And all of the administrative things, from the name tag printing and ensuring that your name is spelled correctly, that your town is spelled correctly, to the swag bags making sure every bag has everything it's supposed to need, to table numbers, to all that. Someone has to do that.
Things, right.
All those little details. And so all the administrative things I personally do. Yes, Pam helps me because she lives in the same house I do, but that is what brings me joy so much. It's kind of weird how much I like office supplies. So I love seeing that out in the world.
Right.
So people showing off their name tags.
And we've been playing with names for months.
Months and months and months.
So to finally put names to a face.
Yes.
And
they come up and they're like, and I say, what's your last name? And they tell me their last name. And I'm like, oh, you're Julie. And they like, I was floored that I know that their first name is Julie. I'm like, listen, Julie, I've been looking at your name for 17 months.
Yeah, for months.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was super fun.
It was very, very fun.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, so after they come through our part of the line, then all the attendees were given this gift. Mm-hmm. And it was the same but different for both weekends. Mm-hmm. So they got this little box. We had these StitchCon stickers made from Vistaprint.
It's not Chinese food.
It is not Chinese food. Here, have our leftovers.
Yeah.
And so I have to say that the quality of the Vistaprint sticker, highly recommend. Mm-hmm. And then we had a ornament party at Keepsakes, and we did a little assembly line situation where inside of this takeout food box, really, was this ornament. So if you're unfamiliar, that is the state of Ohio. And then there's a little cutout of a heart. Now, weekend A got hearts cut out in the corner. Weekend B got stars cut out in theirs. So that's how we split up differently. And then we had the idea of making this your 2021 Ort ornament. We Make Ort ornaments on our channel in our house every year, and so this part comes off, this top part comes off, and then you fill it with orts. And I saw someone, I think on the StitchCon Facebook page, say that they were going to get a paint pen and write 2021 on it.
Okay.
Or write 2021 weekend A or weekend B or whatever. And I was like, genius.
Yeah.
Or write their FlossTube channel name or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that is an amazing idea. And then we had a little poem that was written that goes with the ornament. But I have to say, so this ornament did not come with the Ohio on it. This little Ohio was put on here individually, 600 of them, by a very sweet, sweet girl whose name is Katie Clark.
Yeah.
She lives in Dayton, Ohio, which is about 45 minutes north of Cincinnati. And we love her. Yeah. And so she took the time with her Cricut, to put all of those Ohio decals on the ornaments, and then use the little tool. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. But they use a little tool, excuse me, to pull out the little stars and hearts. Yeah. And then we put them in these boxes.
So that's like a very, very special but small part of what went into StitchCon.
Right.
And
a huge, huge, huge thank you to Katie.
Absolutely.
For doing it, because
right.
2 of our team members, I will not call you out, but 2 of our StitchCon team members attempted to learn how to do it
on a Cricut.
And it did
failed terribly.
It did not go well.
So, Katie to the rescue.
Thank you, sweet, sweet Katie.
Right.
We love you, and I can't wait to fill my ornament.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have one. We usually do, if you know, we usually do 2 ornaments in 2020 in any year.
Yeah.
And one for Pam, one for me, and so we have 1 heart and 1 star for each weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fabulous.
And then so then we had 2 posters made, one with a list of FlossTubers for weekend A, one with the list of FlossTubers for weekend B. That was by the entrance of the stitching room. And then we had the stitching room, and it is a huge ballroom. Fire code says the number of people that can be in that room at one time are 650. And at weekend A, we had 268 attendees, and at weekend B, we had 225 attendees.
Right.
So, But I didn't feel like you could tell that one had more or less.
No.
Like, I had people all weekend that were asking me, like,
Right.
how was it size-wise? And so the room felt full to me
fine.
both weekends.
Right.
And
there's plenty of room to walk around between tables.
Yes.
We had lots of people who brought canvas chairs and other things to make them comfortable.
Yeah.
And there was plenty of room for that.
Yes.
We also want to mention that one of the first things they saw when they got to the check-in line was a display of finished smalls. And the sign read that was going to be the grand prize of Raffles.
I'm getting the total so I can tell everybody.
Okay. And so with some metal gridding displayware from the shop, there were all kinds of examples. We contributed to the display of different finishing that keepsakes can do.
Yes.
From smalls to pillows to hard finishing
wall
to
hanging,
stockings to
stand-ups.
all kind of things. Right.
Yes.
And the grand prize raffle
Yes.
at each weekend was $250 worth of keepsakes finishing.
Yes.
So congrats to both winners for that great prize.
Yes.
There were also themed baskets. Steph and I each did one for both weekends.
I did Blackbird one weekend and Foxes another, and you did Patriotic one
and
weekend.
I did a patriotic one and a nautical one.
Yep.
Those were all prettied up by Barbara in beautiful cellophane and bows. Yep. Those were raffled off. We had some
project bags
that were donated for raffles. It went on and on and on.
Yeah, on and on.
And that was really the only formality aside from the smalls exchange at both weekends.
Which we'll talk about later.
Which we're going to talk about
later.
later.
Yeah, because we were both involved in that. I don't want to explain that.
In terms of what Stephanie was saying, there really was not a whole lot of structure, and people seemed to really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That gave people
it wasn't like you had to be somewhere at some time.
Right. You know, you made your own meal arrangements, and you made your own plans to walk around the room, mingle if that was your choice. Yep. If you chose to stay put and really get those stitches in,
then do that.
More power to you.
Exactly.
So there was a lot of flexibility, and I think that's an attractive feature of StitchCon is that there's beyond, aside from these little things that we've mentioned, we don't really interrupt anybody very often.
Yeah, we want you to meet each other and get to know each other.
Right.
Exactly. So let's talk about the raffle really quickly. So I just think that this is really cool to share. So at everyone, first and foremost, I should mention that we, Pam and I, do not single-handedly put on StitchCon.
Oh, no.
So StitchCon is, before us, it is first and foremost sponsored, funded, and promoted by the local needlework shop here in Cincinnati, which is Keepsakes. It also happens to be my employer. I work there as well. And so Barbara Hills is the owner of Keepsakes, and she is the person who has the idea for a retreat to bring FlossTubers fans together. And then she contacted Pam and I, and contacted Nicole at Buckeye Stitcher, since we both live local, and brought us in, and we were like, let's do it. And so I don't want anyone to get it twisted that this is our retreat. It's not. It is a Keepsakes sponsored event.
Right.
So there's that. And so if you've ever gone to any Keepsakes event, or retreat, whether it's Stitch Away or StitchCon, it is very important to Barbara to give back to the community that she has a business in, that her family lives in, and that you all come to when you come to Cincinnati. And so the school district that the Sharonville Convention Center is in,
and Keepsakes is in,
is Princeton City Schools. And all of Barbara's children graduated from Princeton City Schools. And so it's very important to her that the school district get what they need to help students further their education. There is a local charity called Princetons Closet, and what Princetons Closet does is they provide school supplies, food, clothing, anything that children in the Princeton City School District needs.
I was surprised while I was being reminded that 90% of the student body in the Princeton City Schools are on reduced or free lunch.
Yeah.
So it's a very large school district, and that is something to ponder.
Yeah.
And so that is where Princetons Closet comes in.
Exactly.
Is that there are some kids in need in that district.
Yeah.
And Princeton Closet is there to provide any need that child has.
For sure. So we had raffles and door prizes. So door prizes, all you have to do is be at StitchCon to be on the list to potentially win. The raffles were items that you bought raffle tickets for. And so selling raffle tickets and taking care of all the money that people give me for the raffle tickets, that is my job. So I do that on Friday and Saturday. And I love doing that because I get to have, first of all, it's fun to raise money for a great charity. Also, it's really great because I can have a lot of conversations with a lot of people, and it's one-on-one, and there's not like other things happening. It's just like it's great.
And it was ongoing. So again, informal, not necessarily tightly scheduled.
Right. It was kind of all day Friday, all day Saturday.
And just outside the stitching room.
Yes. So I love that task. I did not do that in 2019, and I'm gonna do it from here on out because I loved doing it.
Okay.
Anyway, and so all in all, I just want to share the total amount of money that we raised because I think it's freaking fantastic. So weekend A raised $4,412. Weekend B raised $4,453.49. And so in total, between both weekends of StitchCon 2021, all of our attendees raised $8,865.49 for Princetons Closet. And I just think that that's incredible.
It is.
And
something tells me that little extra is going to get kicked in.
Oh, you think?
And we're going to present
a check.
The lady who runs Princetons Closet
Letter
with $10,000.
Well, we'll see about that. But I don't know.
I have a feeling.
Okay. So that's great. Yeah. So thank you to everyone who participated, and congratulations to the winners of all the prizes. And so that was just an incredible thing that this community did for a local charity.
Right.
So, okay.
All right.
So then, in addition to just like hanging out, buying raffle tickets, eating food, doing whatever you want to do, meeting and greeting, all the things, there was shopping involved.
Yes.
So before we talk about the shopping inside the convention center, I do want to talk about and give huge props to all of the people who worked at Keepsakes over the weekends of StitchCon. At the shop.
Because it was open throughout.
Correct. So starting with Lenny and Susan and Jen and everybody that worked over there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and your energy and your effort and for everything that you do. Right. It's amazing. And so if you went over to Keepsakes, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you love our little slice of stitchy heaven we have here. And so that was outside of the convention center. But inside of the convention center, Barbara sets up what we refer to as the annex. So the annex, so you have the big stitching room, and then there's a hallway, and then right on the other side of the stitching room is the annex. And it is a very large conference room that Barbara sets up trunk shows from various designers. Everyone from Sue Hillis to Elizabeth's Designs to Hello from Liz Matthews. All of these people send, between Barbara and I, between the two of us, we reach out to designers and makers. So we had project bags from people, we had needle minders, we had t-shirts, we had stuff. And they send their wares to Keepsakes. We inventory everything, make sure that what we have is what they said they sent. And then
fabric. You didn't mention
fabric. Yes, fabric too. Sorry. Yep. And then Barbara is Queen Floofer. And she goes in there and she's waves a magic wand and it just is all magically, amazingly looking. And it's a great opportunity for people who don't have a needlework shop, who, you know, a lot of the people who sent trunk shows had new releases right before StitchCon, so that was amazing. The timing just worked out so well that they could see, our attendees could see these models in person. And even some of the Needlework Expo releases, it was just amazing.
Right.
So a
beautiful.
huge public thank you to everyone, all the designers and makers and everything and dyers that sent your items to StitchCon. It was incredible to see. So one thing that I did not do was I did not do a video tour of the annex.
Right.
That's okay, because I took a bunch of pictures.
Right.
So I'm going to insert a picture. So the pictures I'm about to insert is what the annex looked like before weekend A.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to insert
this is how it started.
the annex tour here. I hope you liked it. And so one thing that we were very, very, very adamant about is that weekend A got the same things as weekend B.
Absolutely.
That the only difference between both retreats is who attended what weekend.
That's right.
So we felt very, very strongly about that.
Right.
Because we didn't want the second weekend to feel like they got like leftovers or whatever.
Right.
And I feel really confident in saying that I think we succeeded.
I think we did it.
I think so. I think so.
Everybody was totally transparent.
Yeah.
It was totally,
it was great.
Just let's do it again.
So I think maybe one difference is that some of the project bags that were at A, we just had different ones at B.
Yeah, but we had project bags.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was great. So that is a ton of work. So thank you again to everyone that was involved. So we bought stuff too, though.
Right.
So let's talk about what we bought.
All right.
You show your stuff first.
Okay. So I didn't buy a whole lot because I'm a local and I can go to Keepsakes any old time. And I would rather have people who don't have an LNS to have the opportunity to shop.
I'm going to hide over here because I bought a lot.
So, there were just a few things.
A few things, huh?
In my green gingham bag.
Yep.
That I had to have. Have I got everything?
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Yep. Okay. So, these are additions to the Fragments in Time, Tales from the Sea that I'm going to start on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming, baby.
Because guess what tomorrow is?
Well, we'll just...
Tomorrow's Pam's birthday!
We're just going to go right past that.
Okay.
But these are the last... Not the last two, but the next to the last two. And
so out of 8, these are 5 and 6.
Yeah, 5 and 6. And there's going to be 8.
Yes.
So, you've got the mermaid. I love the ship in the background. I'm not a big mermaid stitcher.
No, you're not, but that's cute.
And then this is... What are they calling this?
Remember Me, maybe?
I'm not sure. It's just kind of a...
Oh, I don't know.
It's just kind of a...
Like a quilt square?
Yeah, it says Remember Me. I'm not sure.
It's pretty, though.
But it's very pretty. Okay. So I got those. And I got this cute little JBW design, Seaside Series 7. And it's the beach umbrella and the sailboat.
So cute.
Love those.
So the models for all of these were in the annex.
Yeah, so that's, of course, that's what sells them.
Of course.
And then I got the, is this in a series?
I do believe she's going to have a series.
So this is from Kathy Haberman, HandsOn Design, and it is from the Kitchen Counter series.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, do you remember the laundry series?
3-part.
Yeah.
So part 1, let's see, 3 parts. So
that's part 1.
So this is part 1.
Yeah. So do you remember the laundry room series?
Yeah.
So it works just like the laundry room series.
Okay.
And then if you get all 3 charts, there's a bonus chart.
Okay. So this is called Lick the Bowl. I think some of you have seen this on other channels. Or if you get Kathy's newsletter, you probably see it.
Yeah.
So it's called Lick the Bowl. Very, very cute.
So cute.
And I'm done.
That was all Pam
That's
bought.
all I bought in the annex. Generally, I just didn't go in and shop. She would show me stuff and say, you want this, right? And I went,
I would just add it to her.
So that's all I bought in the annex. And I hope that gave other people who don't have a local needlework shop a chance to get some stuff.
Yes. Okay, so I'm not as kind as Pam, clearly. I bought some stuff. So, an attendee at Weekend B, her name is Amy Parrott. And Amy Parrott came up with this amazing idea to have merchandise that had cicadas on it that kind of crossbred with cross stitch. Sounds weird, I know, but it's incredible. So cicadas here in Cincinnati are absolutely insane once every 17 years. So we have Brood X here in Cincinnati, and they just make a lot of noise, and they fly around,
They land on you,
and they don't hurt you at all. They're just there.
They're just annoying.
And so they live underground underneath the trees for 17 years,
Right.
and then they come out and they breed, and then they go away.
That's it.
But I will say, I'm so sorry, weekend A, but weekend B, there was like one cicada the whole weekend.
Right, but they caused some other ruckus.
A little bit of a stir.
They caused a little bit of a ruckus on weekend B to get even with the cicadas from weekend A.
Correct. Very true. Very true. So anyway, as a native Cincinnatian, I am I love my, is prideful the right word? Prideful of my city? Okay. I love my city. It's great. So I was like, must get this t-shirt. So Amy designed these t-shirts, and they are called Brood X Stitch 2021.
Yeah, aren't they funny? It's great. It's a cicada.
It's a cicada.
And it's stitching.
Doing cross stitch.
Right.
I love it so much.
Right.
It's so great. I almost punched you in the face.
That's all right.
That's all right. I'll just sock you right on camera. It's no big deal. Here you go, Pam. Okay. And then some of the fabric trunk shows we had. And if any of this reminds me of something or a story or whatever, I'm just going to tell it. So we had a trunk show from Under the Sea Fabrics. So I got a fat quarter of 36 count Melisius. Melisius. It's really, really lovely. Then I got 2 fat quarters, technically 3 fat quarters from the Fiber on a Whim trunk show. And I got 2 separate, hold please, my tags are connected. Come on. Okay. 2 fat quarters of 40 count Cypress from Fiber on a Whim.
Pretty.
I love that color. They were on 2 different yards, and so I know I'm weird. And then this is a 40 count Persimmon from Fiber on a Whim. Love that. And I got those 2 colors because Liz Matthews told me those were the colors she was going to get. And so I was like, well, I guess I should get those 2 just in case for future designs. And so let me just quickly give, there's going to be 2 stories here. So story time with Steph. First, Liz Matthews. So Liz Matthews was a paid attendee for weekend B. Her 2021 StitchCon recap is up. I highly recommend you go watch that. And it was her first retreat, her first StitchCon, all the things. And so you can go hear about her experience over on her channel, which I will link below, of course. But I just have to say that from a personal standpoint, that she's amazing. And I have, as you know, if you've watched her channel since 2020, then you know that my friendship with her has just grown leaps and bounds over the last year plus. So, she timed it really amazing, and it worked out so well because, yes, I have friends that come to both weekends. I know people, it's great. But I'm working. So, like, I can't really sit and hang out and chit chat, unless we make some sort of arrangement beforehand. So Liz came into town the Wednesday before weekend B. Now, we did not have to break down between weekends. Like, we didn't have to break the annex down and then rebuild it. We just locked the door and unlocked it again. And so, the Wednesday before StitchCon B, I was able to go hang out with Liz for a while. And I took her to the Montgomery Inn at the Boathouse. And that is a hometown favorite. It was right on the river. It was a beautiful day. I literally could not have asked for a better day. And the reservation we had was for like 6:15. And so when I picked her up at the Hyatt in Sharonville, it takes about 35 minutes to get down to the river from there. So we left the hotel at like 6:30. And it was crazy traffic. And so my GPS was like, get off the interstate. You don't sit there. So we got to take back roads like down through Cincinnati. And it was just really great to like, I love my city, like I said. So I was like, well, this is where this is. And this is where this is. And that. And she was just like, you're never coming to Baltimore because I would never be able to give you this kind of a tour. So I hope that you loved your tour, Liz. And I had such a great time hanging out and like talking shop and talking business and talking just cross stitch, and her and I have never been able to ever be face-to-face in real life casually. The only other time I've ever seen her in real life was at Market in 2020. I mean, we talk every day on video chat, so there's that. But video chat is nothing compared to being able to sit with someone. So I had a very wonderful time, and I hope that you did too. So there's that. And then another item I bought from the Annex is a piece of 40 count. It does not have a name, but it is this deep, deep red color that I have plans for a project for. And this gorgeous, gorgeous fabric was dyed by Jodi.
Yes.
And Jodi is from the Steel City Stitchers. And 3 out of the 4 of them came to weekend A. And they're just the absolute best. So it was Kristen and Jodi and Erin. And they all 3 were just lovely. Yep. And so I got to hang out with and chat with them. And Colleen, Rebel Stitcher, she and I are good friends, and she lives here in Cincinnati. Her and Jodi from Steel City had already sparked a friendship. And so that was like, Colleen was like our lifeline to each other. And I was like, well, if you guys like Colleen and I like Colleen, then we should like each other. Yeah. And so they're just absolutely fantastic girls. Yeah. So their StitchCon recap is up, and I do believe Colleen's is as well. So please go check that out.
Absolutely.
They're wonderful, wonderful girls, and Pittsburgh is not that far away.
Right.
So,
right.
Okay. Sorry, I got to write down too. Right.
So that was the totality of. Oh no! Wait a minute. She's not done yet.
That was literally just my fabric.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's not very much.
Oh. You got that at the end?
No, I just been saving it till I got the chart.
Oh, okay.
Calm down, Pip.
Okay.
Okay. So, this is new from HandsOn Design. This is Resting Beach Face.
Love it.
I just think it's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And this is from The Blue Flower. And this is Saltwater Scrapbook Part 1. Believe it or not, Pam let me get this one because look at those frickin' squirrels eating ice cream. Mm-hmm. Are you dead? Mm-hmm. And these models were so cute. Mm-hmm. So cute. And that's a collaboration with Lindy Stitches.
Right.
And that's a new release. That was one that was worked out because it was new. And then I also picked up Wildflowers from The Blue Flower as well. This model is everything. Mm-hmm. And then from Luminous Fiber Arts, I got Counting is Hard.
So cute.
Which I thought was really, really funny considering math. Mm-hmm. And it's really cute as a drum. Mm-hmm. But I'll probably do it like that.
I love that.
Oh, yeah?
No, I just think that's just ingenious. No, you can stitch it, but I just think that's Counting is Hard. It's funny.
It is funny. Mm-hmm. And then this was a StitchCon release from our good friend Kristen at Telon Emblem. And this is called Love Bugs.
Love it.
Isn't it just precious? Mm-hmm. I think it's sweet.
And so good because of the cicadas and everything. I mean, it really tied in the whole weekend.
It sure did.
Yeah.
It sure did.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that I purchased was the 4th and final release in the Chalk Talk series from HandsOn Design, Let's Talk Summer. And I just think this is so very, very sweet. I have the autumn one started. I started it in October. And I plan to do the large ones, but also the pillows. I think the pillows are just so sweet. And the other half of the pillows is done with an amazing, amazing set of fabrics from... You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. From Simply Stitches Fabric Shop, which is an online fabric shop. And I bought the fabric bundle for this many days ago. But because I didn't want them to be sold out. And so this is the fabric bundle. It's just great. Look, okay. Oh, look at the little X's. And then look at the X's. And these with the flowers. And look at this one. And green gingham situation. Oh, it's so pretty. So
that's with a pillow.
Yes. So this goes with this.
Okay.
So that goes over there. Okay. So for when I get around to stitching that, they will all go together. Okay. So that is all of my haul from the StitchCon 2021 Annex.
Right. That's all of our haul.
Oh, we should probably do that thing that we usually do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Add to cart.
Okay. All right. What are we going to talk about next?
Okay. Well, let's talk about the Smalls Exchange, because that sounds like it should be next.
Okay.
So, a Smalls Exchange is where you stitch a item that is small. Pillow, biscorn, ornament. We say that we'd like the stitching area to be 6 by 6.
Roughly.
So that way someone's not bringing a sampler and and you get an ornament.
That's
you
the
know
only
what I mean?
reason.
Right.
That's the only reason. But my goodness.
The talent,
the creativity, and the ingenuity that
is wild.
People brought to the Smalls Exchange was amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
So incredible.
Yeah.
So incredible. So how we do it at StitchCon is, because even, let's say we had all 300 seats filled, it would take forever to do 300 people in a Smalls Exchange, okay? So we do 3 separate Smalls Exchanges, 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday.
Yeah, you get a color-coded or colored poker chip that tells you...
It has a number on it.
Red, white, and blue.
Yes.
Tells you which Smalls Exchange you're going to be participating in, and then the number on the chip tells you when to go up to the table and pick yours off the table.
Exactly. So, because Pam and I attended both weekends, we wanted to participate in both weekend Smalls Exchanges.
Right.
So, we did not take any photos of what we gave beforehand.
No. Somehow that just slipped through the cracks.
So, our sincerest apologies. You all did see the hope that I stitched before it was FFO'd.
Right.
For both weekends. I did the pink and the purple one.
Right.
And then Pam did a patriotic and a nautical one. Right. So, congratulations to her for that.
And unfortunately, at weekend A,
yeah.
I never connected with the stitcher who got my nautical small. If you're out there in stitching land and got my small...
at weekend B.
No.
Yeah, weekend B.
No. Weekend A, I never connected with the person.
I thought Karen got your one at weekend A, your patriotic one at weekend A.
Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. B.
Yes.
I never figured out B, who got my small.
Right. Yeah.
I think I posted in the Facebook.
You did.
I'm wrong.
No, I don't think you did.
I'll check it. Anyway, so if you were out there and you were at weekend B and you got my small in a gift bag, I'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we would love to hear from you.
Even if you want to prop it up on a shelf and send me a picture of it. Because
just so we know.
I don't have a memory of anyone coming up and saying, I'm so thrilled or I'm so disappointed. No, I'm so happy to get you.
I'm so sad I got this ugly thing from Pam.
But anyway, so.
Yes, we would love to know who has it.
Right.
And then I'll talk about it when we get to.
So what do you want me to?
Okay, so weekend A.
Yeah.
Show what you received.
Okay, this was from a lovely stitcher named Vonda. And we did get a picture together.
Yes.
We didn't take all this stuff out here.
Pam, it was your responsibility to do that.
So it was a cute Halloween bag.
So what you can stitch any sort of theme that you want to. All that we ask is that you, when you wrap it, that you wrap it according to the same theme. So if it's a Halloween bag, that means there should be a Halloween item inside.
So Vonda's watching, and I'm fishing for all the contents.
Well, she wants to make sure that you get everything.
I know, and I want to make sure that I show everything too.
Yeah,
Is the thing.
Cute.
Lots of individually things were wrapped in the Halloween gift bags.
The card that says StitchCon Friend.
Yep. So let me make sure I have everything that was in the bag.
On my cards, I put you! Exclamation point.
Okay, so there was a nice, Halloween ribbon around
Yeah,
it
it was
and everything
cute.
like that.
And
so
then this card.
Yeah, a nice card from Vonda. Mm-hmm.
And then super amazing.
Right.
That she put the pattern name, the designer, where she got it, and the fabric.
Yeah.
And then that's really cool.
Right. Yeah, very helpful too.
Yeah, I love that. Love that so much.
So before I show you what she stitched, I got a cute owl needle minder.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is very cute.
Spooky, spooky.
Yep. And I got some...
Oh, I love those. I'm going to eat those.
Hazelnut chocolates. You all know those. We usually have them around Christmas time. But we'll eat them any time of the day or night.
We like chocolate.
Icebreakers. And
cookies and cream dipped pretzels.
Cookies and cream dipped pretzels from Hershey's.
So cool.
And she stitched this adorable Prairie Schooler Halloween ornament. Isn't that adorable?
So cute.
So, we did get together and take pictures. So I do have a picture with Vonda. Thank you again publicly, Vonda. I love it. We have a Halloween tree.
It all works out.
It all works out.
And we're going to do a picture slideshow at the very end of this video with pictures from both weekends. So look for that photo.
Right.
Okay. Then what I got... Gotta make sure I get all my stuff out of my bag here. Oh, good. Okay, so this is what the bag looked like. And you know me, I love a good polka. So I was like, and red's my favorite color, so let's take that. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little strawberry here. Strawberry is also my favorite berry. And this was stitched by Diana Lewis. Thank you, Diana. And this little card says stitched by Diana. So cute. And she included, look at these, freaking adorable strawberry floss drops. Like, so cute. I'm afraid to use them. I mean, I will use them. But so cute.
Super cute.
With the plaid and the...
yeah.
Dang cute.
Super cute.
And then, you want to see my small?
Yeah.
I just want to... There we go.
Show it off.
Yeah. Well, I don't want... I want to put the...
Yeah. Right.
Because she put a pin set in it. So it's this super little cute strawberry shaped little jar. And then on the top.
Isn't that cute?
Look at the strawberry pin. So
like said,
sweet.
The ingenuity and the talent and the imagination. Just overwhelming.
I love it. I love it. So a huge thank you to
our
Diana.
smalls participants that gave us our smalls.
Yes, we love them. And I can put this out right away because it's summer.
Right, right.
Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and go get our stuff from the bee.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. Okay, you go first, Pam.
Okay, so the smalls exchange for weekend B.
Yes.
I got an amazing, amazing small. And you can see small is, you can take it any number of ways.
Yes.
But this came from Pat McAdams.
Yes.
Right?
Sure did.
And look at this jar, you guys.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
It's just amazing. There's a little 2024 charm on a 2021 charm on the end there.
Is it 2021?
Yeah. Yep.
Cute.
And she even did the needle in Krynic on this band. And
so
pin cushion on the top, pops right off, and there's all kinds of notions and candy and assortment of stuffs inside.
I didn't know that. I didn't even notice.
Yep, there's floss rings and there's M&Ms
and buttons
and buttons and
scissors
and all kinds of,
Dang.
yep, great things.
That is so cute.
And, I mean, this is going to be displayed prominently.
Yes.
And
we can have that out all the time.
absolutely. And she also gave me the HandsOn chart for stitching with all the charms. There they go. All the charms. So isn't that great?
Cute.
So it was lovely to meet Pat and get this from her.
Pat, I think she's a triple crowner.
I think she is a triple crowner.
Yeah.
And so but she's just a sweetheart. And
she is.
Thank you publicly. This was lovely.
Yes. Okay. So mine for Weekend B. So our entire Whistle Stop crew came to Weekend B. And full disclosure, I knew beforehand what Melissa, Cupcake Stitcher, I knew what she'd stitched. In the same way that everybody on FlossTube knew what I stitched.
Yeah.
However, none of y'all and no attendee knew how I wrapped mine. And I had no idea how Melissa wrapped hers. Mm-hmm. But I was on a mission, y'all. I was like, I must get it. So, there was, I had competition, however. And there's another sweet girl. Her name is Melka. And she loves all things nautical.
Oh, no.
But it's not an oh no situation.
Oh,
Pam.
okay.
Just jumping ahead. And we met. I saw her coming from one end of the room and I came from the other. And we convened at the small Jeannie table. And there were 2 beautifully decorated nautical gifts. And I was like, I'm taking this one. She was like, I'm taking this one.
Okay. So it all worked out.
And she loved what she got. And I got Melissa's. And I am obsessed with it. Because Melissa's middle name is Extra. And I'm here for that. So, let me just show you the beautiful bag she put it in. I also love sea green.
Excuse me.
God bless you, Pam.
Excuse me.
It's okay. And so this, okay.
Look at that whale. Oh, my God.
So that was on the outside of it. Mm-hmm. And there's got to be a way this comes off of here.
There is.
But I don't want to cut it or the bag.
So you cut the handle off. Well, I don't know.
I don't want to cut the handle off the bag.
I don't know.
But that would make a really cute ornament, wouldn't it? Or like door hanger or something.
Uh-huh. Door hanger.
What? Whatever, I think it's cute. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
So in her bag, which I will be very, very nice, and I will give this to Pam, and she can use it for all of her nautical projects.
That's fine. But
this is a really cute nautical project bag that Melissa made. It's very cute. I love it. And then this box was inside with this whale stitched on it.
Oh, God, I love him. It's in my house.
I do love it. Exactly. Or maybe it'll go in my room, Pam.
Uh-oh.
And then inside of the box, you thought that was all, was this super cute Happy StitchCon 2021 and a really lovely note. And this set of floss drops with whales all over them. And
you sure that was meant for me?
Yes, positive. And then that beautiful ornament, which I'll put on the Christmas tree because it's blue and I like it. And then the pièce de résistance, as if that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this, people. I'm in actual love with this. Mm-hmm. Will you get out of the frame for 2 seconds?
Oh, sorry.
There we go. So it focuses. So cute. I love it. And I'm so glad. I mean, I'm sure. I know that what was in the other nautical bag was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But I was on a mission, people. Okay.
Can I see that close up?
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah. I just want to look. Because who designed this? Did she tell you?
Yeah. It is a Stacey Nash
Is
Primitives,
really?
I do believe.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, hold please. Yes. The pattern is called Nantucket Sewing Set. and is a Stacey Nash Primitives design.
I wonder if I have it.
I think you do.
I think I do.
She stitched
and it included the whale too. That was on the cover of the box.
All 3 items were in the
Okay, I feel better.
What? Oh, because you thought you didn't know what it was.
No, I'm glad to know we have the chart in our possession.
So you can stitch one for yourself.
That's right.
Okay. I stitched it on 36 count Edinburgh linen in sterling by color and cotton using the colored 4 threads, except for the main blue-green color, which she substituted Deep Impact by XG Designs. And she definitely plans on restitching this for herself.
Well, see, I'm not the only one.
And this is so funny. She goes, I hope you're having the best StitchCon experience, and I can't wait to meet you and make a new stitchy friend. Lisa, it was really lovely to meet you. I'm glad we became stitchy friends. So, Melissa, so I was at the front of the room, reading off the numbers for people to go get their smalls or whatever, and on the microphone, and the Whistle Stop crew was at the back of the room, and so I get back there, and to be fair, I didn't know if this was Melissa's until I opened it, obviously, and so in between calling numbers and collecting poker chips from people, I just like peeked in and I saw the project bag and I was like, ah! And so I held the bag up and I was like, and Melissa was like,
yeah. It was really that's funny.
It was funny. Anywho's you what's
Yeah.
So, there were a lot of people who, I heard for whatever reason were like, I'm intimidated to participate. Yeah. I am nervous to participate. And it is so much fun.
Right.
It's just really fun to like, I don't know, and get a gift from another stitcher.
Right.
Like,
it's a stitch gift.
And
it's the thought that counts.
Right. And know that the person that's getting it is a stitcher and will appreciate and love it the way that you would hope that they would.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. I hope that the people that held back and did not participate saw the fun we were all having at the swap and we're second thinking that. You know, we're just thinking
and plan on doing it next year.
I think now that I see how it goes, I'm going to do it next year.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. And the way that we did it this year is how we did it in 2019 with the split up exchanges, and it worked beautifully.
Yeah.
And so we will probably continue to do that.
Right.
Okay. And then one other thing, there's just a few other things we want to talk about. First is the StitchCon brag table. So, the brag table is exactly what it sounds like. It is an opportunity for stitchers who attend StitchCon to bring their finished cross stitch. It does not have to be framed, but just finished, and put it on the table for everyone to see.
Yep.
So it was great for people who, watched Just Keep Stitching and they wanted to see I'll Be Home in real life, or they wanted to see Pam's Mane in real life. And, it's great to see it on TV or on YouTube or whatever, but until you see it in person, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
So, plus, people that aren't on FlossTube bring their finishes.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, all you've seen of their work is maybe a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
And to see it in real life, it's so great.
Right.
And if nothing else, it is inspiring. It is absolutely
right. So many people going along the brag table, taking pictures, taking videos, which we're going to have for you.
Yeah.
We made little tags for everybody to fill out their details of their project and lay them or prop them up against their stuff. We actually had to come home in the middle and make some more tags because
there was so
many people brought stuff to show off, and it was absolutely fabulous. The variety and the subject matter variety and the style and the counts and everything was just,
it was incredible.
Super
incredible. And so I hope that if you are someone who hesitated to bring something for the brag table, that you see just how wonderfully exciting and inspiring it is. Right. And so what I did was I took videos of both brag tables, weekend A and weekend B. They will be presented to you in that order. So I think weekend A's is like 13 minutes long. Weekend B's is like 17 minutes long. So it is a little bit of time of videos, but is, I promise you, worth watching. And so we are going to insert the videos of the brag tables from StitchCon 2021. we hope that you like
Right.
those.
Right.
All right. So, then the other thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to StitchCon is, so if you don't already know this, I am a night owl. So I don't like the world really before 9:30, really a.m. If I can push it, then maybe 10 or 11 on my days off. Let's try noon. So I thrive when the sun is down. So, we realized there are other people that might like that. So what we have arranged for StitchCon is what we call this late night stitching room. I am the StitchCon team member who is responsible for everyone's well-being over there, and I love that part of my gig. And so it goes from the stitching room closes at the convention center at 10. The late night stitching room opens technically at 11 over at the La Quinta Hotel, which is like a 3-minute drive from the convention center. And it goes until roughly 2 a.m. And it's just so much fun.
Right. Very popular this year.
Yes.
As you can imagine, the middle, Friday night and Saturday night being the most popular. I would say Saturday night was the most crowded.
On weekend B.
On weekend B.
Weekend A, I think Friday night was the most crowded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's an opportunity, if nothing else. So all day at the convention center, I do not stitch.
Yeah.
We do not stitch.
Mm-mm.
I mean, maybe get in a stitch here or there if we happen to sit down long enough.
We're too busy talking
and running the event.
Running things.
Right. So, which is A-okay with us.
Oh,
We stitch all the time. It's cool. We love it. It's not a big deal. But it is nice to be in the late night stitching room and hang out with people and sit down and eat something and talk to people and just have really great conversations.
Oh,
and
yeah.
not that I didn't have that during the day, but
you didn't.
But I didn't really have that during the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I had great conversations during the day.
Oh, yeah.
But the sitting down and the casualness of it all,
Yeah.
There's just a different energy in the late night teaching room, and it's great, and I loved it. And I want to give a special shout out to Bev and to Sylvia and to Melissa and to Katie and to Tara and Marcy and Jennifer. And I feel like I'm probably leaving somebody out, but if you were at the late night stitching room, Carla, I had a great time.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for putting up with me. Oh, Sue Seminole.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, who did I spend every late night room with? Oh, yeah. Sue Seminole.
Yeah.
So, I had a great time. You all are the best. Mm-hmm. And thank you for putting up with the kind of unfiltered version of me, which you don't normally get when you watch our videos. So,
right.
Thank you for that.
It's a good way to put it.
Yes. So, okay. So, that, generally speaking, was our StitchCon 2021 experience. We had an absolute time of our life.
We did.
My theme, if you saw what I stitched for the Smalls Exchange, it was the Hope Celebration Small from Liz Matthews. And I said it in my speech on Thursday night that I had a lot of hope going into StitchCon. I had a lot of hope at StitchCon, and I have a lot of hope after StitchCon.
Yeah.
So I hope that if you had the privilege of attending, that you recognize that privilege and that you cherish that privilege and that you had the absolute time of your life. Yeah. We hold that event so near and dear to our hearts. It's our baby, and we want everyone to experience just pure joy while they're here in Cincinnati. So thank you to every single person who attended. Mm-hmm. Without you, it would have been not the same.
That's right.
And it was wonderful to be gathered in a room with stitchers again and feel some kind of something familiar.
Back to normal.
I don't like the word normal.
Oh, okay.
But familiar.
It
felt familiar, and it felt right, and it felt good, and it felt safe, and felt like home.
That's very well said.
It was wonderful.
Yes.
So if after watching this video or watching any other StitchCon recap video, mm-hmm. you're sitting there and saying, how do I go to that event? I want to go to that event. So here's a little bit of a timeline of events. So yes, we have dates for next year. We're not announcing those yet. Because you might think that like just one good night of sleep is good. We need like a month of sleep before we're ready to tackle registrations again.
We sound very chipper, don't we?
Don't we? Don't we? But I'm like, when you go
we're still on borrowed sleep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, okay. So Keepsakes is going to be closed Thursday, July 1st. Hold on. I need to get this correct. If I'm about to hear it announcing dates and stuff. Keepsakes will be closed Thursday, July 1st through Thursday, July 8th. Keepsakes reopens on Friday, July 9th at 11 a.m. Over the weekend of July 4th, an announcement video will be posted with the dates for next year, and how things will work. So there's going to be a waitlist opening and a registration opening and all of that. So we will give you all of the information about what dates to mark on your calendar by July 4th. And then your next steps after that. So we're just giving you basic information on the weekend of July 4th. It will be uploaded to this channel, and it will be uploaded to Nicole's channel.
Right.
And so you can watch that information there, and that way it is for everyone.
Right.
So, first and foremost, it will be
tuned.
Before it gets uploaded to YouTube, it will be uploaded to the Facebook page.
Oh, sure.
As we will give
details.
Right. Okay. So, we appreciate your enthusiasm. Please leave any StitchCon questions below. The website will be updated over the course of that vacation that we have, or that I have from Keepsakes, and after the July 4th announcement. So look for that there if you need it. And
anybody who is asked to join the StitchCon 2021 Facebook group, those requests will really not go anywhere, because the Facebook group is for paid attendees only. Correct. And I know the interest has been high and there have been a lot of requests, but if you submitted one, that's why your request will not go anywhere. Right. I don't want to say denied necessarily, but the entrance to the Facebook group is for paid attendees only. Correct. So we'll be adding and subtracting to that group for 2022. Right. And that will be after payment has been made for 2022. Correct. Does that make sense? I hope so.
Does to me.
And I just wanted to mention a couple of things that I know you'll hear about on other channels, but we had a couple of challenges, and we had a big challenge with StitchCon A with the cicadas. Yep. They really were annoying only on the outside the buildings, and we're certainly aware that it was a little bit more bothersome for some people than others. The A people might not know that the cicadas continued to torment when we opened StitchCon B on Thursday evening. It was very steamy in the stitching room, and
like 79 degrees steamy.
The engineering crew at the convention center worked diligently through the night, only to discover that a swarm of cicadas had clogged up the HVAC system in the convention center.
We can't make this up.
And it was all better by Friday morning. Only to be followed by...
I remember, Friday morning, because I did the late night room, right? I didn't come down to the stitching room until about 10:30 the next morning. And I remember walking from the Hyatt into the convention, and I was like, please be cold. Yeah. Please be cold. Please be cold. Because you didn't text me and tell me.
Well, I don't know that it was official, but it was finally official that the cicadas who had bothered StitchCon A all weekend with their flying around and buzzing, ended up affecting StitchCon B by clogging up the pipes, if you will. Only to be followed by, on Friday evening, a tornado watch.
Followed by a warning. Which is great fun.
A couple of hours in the convention center. We were actually technically in the basement, so we were fine.
But we had to close the doors so nobody could leave.
But we really had to lock everybody in. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So,
the locking in part lasted less than 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. It was short.
So that was fine. But the watch, which is better than a warning, right?
Yes. No. Yeah, the watch is better than a warning.
Lasted through the night.
Right.
It was crazy light show.
Crazy. Lots of lightning, lots of thunder.
It was wild.
And lots of wind. And I just want to say that congratulations to all of our attendees for both weekends because we stitched right through it. We stitched right through it, right?
If nothing else, cross stitch will get you through.
That's it there. Better said. All right. So how are we going to end this up?
Okay. So first I just want to tell everybody what it's going to look like on Just Keep Stitchin'. So tomorrow, Thursday, June 24th, we will post our StitchCon thank you video where we show all of the amazing gifts that the attendees for both weekends have gifted to us. We just want to share all that beautiful things with you and say publicly thank you to all the people who gave them to us.
Absolutely.
And so that's happening tomorrow, June 24th. Then on Sunday,
we'll be back to our
to regularly scheduled programming.
Right.
So tomorrow will be a special edition. Today is a makeup for a Sunday video. That's why it's numbered. And then tomorrow special edition. And then Sunday regular video, episode 207.
That's it.
And that is that.
So,
but this particular video is going to end with a lovely, I think, picture slideshow of their pictures of us with other people.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And all the amazing people that came to StitchCon.
Right.
So,
I hope you get a good flavor.
Yeah.
If you weren't there, if you were there, hope it brings back a lot of great memories.
Yes.
And we're going to say goodbye with this slideshow. Yeah. And we'll see you tomorrow night to pretty much love on all the love we got. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
We'll see you in about 24 hours.
Sure thing.
All right. So, until then, I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is Just Keep Stitching.
Bye.